Hello, my loves, and welcome to yet another collective reading. What's today? Today's the 17th. It's December, Tuesday, the 17th. As always, y'all know I do these every Tuesday, but we're just gonna hop right into it. I've already been reading a little bit on the Clock app, so if you want to follow me over there, but girl, who knows how much longer the Clock app is going to be here, so y'all might as well just stay here. But if it sticks around, we do have a good time over there on the Clock app. So if you're interested in like getting a personal reading for a discounted rate whenever I get on live there, do check that out. All those descriptions will be in the description bar. But let's get into it. Hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. I call you into my space to assist me with this collective reading. You know that it is my intention to align us all with healing, joy, and the most authentic versions of ourselves. So I pray that you bless us with the wisdom and the discernment, and that you protect our minds, bodies, and spirits so that we are able to take empowered action that is in alignment with our highest and greatest good. Ashe. So please find yourself in a relaxed position. Take a quick moment to think about any messages or insights that you would like to receive from your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. And we're going to jump to it. Yeah, that's true, Yusuf. It's true. I feel like the first couple I was a little distracted, but after that I was like, let's get to business. But hello, ancestors, spirit guides, angels, God, and the Most High. What messages or insights do you have for the collective today, please and thank you? What is it you would like us to know? What would you like to put on our radar? Okay. So I got a bunch of reversals, but they actually don't feel bad. This just feels like a looking back type of thing. And it feels like, so with the Two of Wands in reverse, it feels like we're looking back. We're looking at the history. Now, I know we just left the Mercury retrograde cycle, and we're not completely out of the woods yet because we got to go through the post retrograde Mercury shadow. But kind of what I'm getting like is like we need to look at like our actions and our choices and what were the emotional motivations for them, right? Because many times we can identify what makes sense or why we made that decision, but we don't really clock the emotional motivation. We don't clock the subconscious programming that made us make that decision, that made us think that way, that made us move that way, that made us say that made the most sense. Excuse me. Right? Because this Four of Wands in reverse, it feels like we need to create a new home base, a new foundation for our emotional lives, right? Because many of us, we're trying to build towards something large, something beautiful. And with that, the Most High just wants to ensure that we have an emotional foundation, like a clear. That's the thing. It's like they're showing me like swamp water. And some of us, like our motivations, it's not that they're not honest. Some people's emotional like motivations aren't honest, but that's not the biggest energy that I'm getting. I'm getting that they're like murky and they're clear and they're clouded with other people's judgments, or they're clouded with like trauma or like memories from our childhood and our upbringing, right? And it feels like right now we have a really good opportunity to energetically clear. There's a lot of Pisces energy I'm picking up on, and Pisces is really good about like cleansing and refreshing and creating a pathway for energy, spiritual energy specifically, to be born anew. And I'm getting that's what we need to go through right now, even with this Eight of Cups, right? We need to walk away from this swamp water into like a clear water pond, right? It's funny, we were just talking about spiritual baths, so this may be a call for some of us to take a spiritual bath. But as we step into this new emotional reality that is honestly fueled by excitement and passion and joy and optimism, we can begin building our empires, our dreams, our manifestations, walking towards life and our purpose again. You know what I mean? In a way that I want to say like bigs us up. I'm not sure if I have the right language for it. right? But like hypes us up. Like we're actually able to acknowledge all we've been through, all we've accomplished. You know what I mean? There's something about like putting ourselves on a pedestal and having that be the clear water that we motivate ourselves from, right? And this is just an example, but let's say you go to college because, you know, your parents had a lot of fears about like not being poor, or you feel like you had to prove yourself to your parents, or you had to prove yourself to your family members that if you didn't go to school and get good grades, you know what I mean, you felt like you weren't worthy. Right now, if you're going to go to the examples, like now we're going to go to grad school, but now we already believe in ourselves. Now we don't have to prove ourselves to anybody. Now we already have like the accolades of like what we're able to do, what we're passionate about, what makes sense to us, and where we want to take our lives and our futures from really a pure emotional place, and we're not being bogged down by any mess, by any like outside judgments, right? That's not 100% true for everybody with this Nine of Swords. Some of us are still stressed, but again, there's something about that the opportunity is there. That if you're hearing this reading, that you have the opportunity to see with clarity, you know, what motivations come from this past version of yourself, what motivations come from fear of judgments or like outside influences, be they societal, you know, be they your family members, be they your high school bullies, and which ones are really centered in, me, myself, and I, and your connection to the Most High. Okay? Can we get a clear and concise action plan? Any other information or insights for this collective, please? Okay. Okay, so something else I'm getting is like competition, but like healthy competition, right? Yeah, this really does feel like a healthy dosage of competition, right? Because like going back to that metaphor I was using, or that example about like going to college, like this Hermit card in reverse feels like maybe you didn't try to get straight A's, or maybe you didn't try any competitions because one, you were afraid of competition, or you just really wanted to get the degree, right? But moving forward with this Five of Wands and this Hierophant, there's something about like challenging ourselves, becoming disciplined, and making sacrifices to become the best version of who we could be. And there's also something about like, excuse me, many of us, we've realized that the only person that we cheat when we cheat is ourselves, right? Like we get nothing out of cutting corners. And then when we really put all of our energy into something, we get the most out of it. And many of us, we want big lives. We want a bigger payout. You know, we want bigger manifestations. We want them to come through fully. And we've now developed the emotional maturity to know that like, if I put my all into it, I'm going to get my all back. You know what I mean? If I cut corners, that's what I'm going to get at. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Right? And now, so like so many of us were like motivated to try hard and to do the most and to be the best that we can be. Yes, mommy. And then like even that, it's like it feels new. It feels new, like that competitive, oh, I'm the baddest bitch in the room, and if I'm not the baddest bitch in the room, I'm gonna become the baddest bitch in the room. Right? Even that attitude, it's going to reshape and recraft and change our social circles and our friendships. Yeah. This feels really good. Because maybe we had a bunch of friends in the past who were okay with settling. That's not what it's giving right now. It's giving settle no more. There's an additional message. I'm getting an additional message. Anything else for the collective? Okay. So going back to that energy of being like the divine is saying we gonna become a little cocky, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way at all, right? Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands in reverse. there's something about like us realizing just like effort with this Five of Cups and this Moon card, that life requires effort either way. Again, I'm going to continue to go to that example where we weren't challenging ourselves, we weren't being competitive. Putting that like sad energy, that sorry for ourselves energies on top of ourselves, that was effort. It's all effort. Everything that we do is effort. So it's like, do you want to put effort into yourself into like holding back? Or do you want to put effort into your life that's going to make yourself the best version of yourself? You know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, there's anxieties and fears anyway, but you can use those like anxieties and fears as gasoline to push you to grow, or you can use it as gasoline, you know, to make it so that you just got a slow car that ain't really got no motion or don't have as much motion as it could have. You know what I mean? And we understand that now. We understand like the value of placing our energy, our time, our resources, our money into the right spaces, into the right things, but with the right attitude. It really feels like we have the right attitude more than anything else. Yeah, we got the right attitude and we're letting go of the bullshit. Amen. Amen. Because so many of us realize that this is such a great message. And I got 2 8s here. We got the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords in reverse. The 8 of Wands is if we take action quickly, we'll receive things quickly. The 8 of Swords in reverse is about releasing like mental blockages, mental fears. Oh, not you got a call. Well, my love, this will be on YouTube. This will be on YouTube tomorrow morning. So like if you miss anything, you'll be able to check me out there on my YouTube channel. Right? But what was I saying? Right, 8, the number of abundance. And we got the Strength card. Another 8. We got 3 8s. 888, right? There's 8 people in the room right now, right? 888. So yeah, the world of abundance, and this is the way that I think about abundance. Some like spiritual practitioners, they think about abundance a little differently. The way we think about abundance over here is that we already have access to everything. Abundance is having access to everything. But that everything is like everything good, everything bad, everything mediocre, everything sweet, everything sour. Right? And the truth about abundance is that like you have the freedom. God has given us the will and the freedom to choose mediocre things, to choose things that aren't the greatest for us, to choose things that are just okay. You know what I mean? They're around you, and if you choose those things, you get to have them. But if you choose greatness, if you choose passion, if you choose growth and development and discipline, you know what I mean, and love and the fullest expression of ourselves, that is what we get to own and that is what we get to keep, right? So much of this reading is about choosing, you know what I mean, and chasing and going after the highest expression of ourselves. Yes? Yes? Okay. That feels really, really good. I'm going to get us some Oracle cards. Then I'm going to get one from this deck. Okay, they said just these 2 are fine. Okay. Hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. What Oracle cards do you have for us today? We got 2. And I'm going to read them both. But I'm going to show them all of them to you. You got Source of Light at the bottom of the deck. We got number 1, Higher Consciousness. Hey, love, I'm wrapping up the collectives right now. Would a email reading work, Ashlyn? I can still get a reading to you, but I could even send you a video. That would work as well. Just let me know which one. Because after this, I'm done. I'm done for that. So yeah, just DM me or send me an email with your question, and then I'll email you a video or I'll email you the reading. But number 1, higher consciousness. Your connection to the higher consciousness is activated and very strong at this time. You are currently able to experience your life and the world around you from a higher perspective than you would have been used to. This is an excellent time to reflect on your life and your desires for the future. Feel your interconnectedness with all things and seize the potential of this moment to realize some of your greatest spiritual dreams. That was the whole first part of the reading. You are currently able to experience your life and the world around you from a higher perspective than you used to. This is an excellent time to reflect on your life and your desires for the future. That's all what it was. Reflecting on where we've been, what we've accomplished, and now we're able to see the greatest version of ourselves and actually tap into it. I let go of the material world and open to my higher consciousness. I become aware of my greatness and my importance within the universe. I believe in myself, I accept myself, and I love myself completely. My mission is important and I live it fully. Yeah. Up next, we have higher thought. Higher thought and higher consciousness, which go hand in hand. Sometimes, in moments of darkness and despair, all it takes to feel better is a decision to lift our thoughts to a higher, more positive place. Simple actions like seeking the company of an old friend or taking a walk in nature can often help to move us out of negative perspective, giving us a new vantage point from which to view the current situation. This is good. With my will to work in the light, I lift up my thoughts to God and to the beauty and simplicity everywhere around me. I accept, I let go, and I welcome the opportunity to discover the positive side of every situation. Right? Something about this is like, again, I think I had mentioned that like some of us, we still may have like some doubts, some fears, some anxieties about how things can like turn out. That card very much gave that like if we truly believe that the most positive outcome, again, that super optimistic outcome is gonna work in our favor. You know what I mean? Keep that in mind, because if you believe it can happen for you, then it can happen for you. If you don't believe it's going to happen for you, then it won't happen for you. Yes, my loves. Let me get yeah. And then they wanted me to get some from the Purpose and Career Money Oracle deck. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Choices. Was not talking about choices. There are a lot of opportunities waiting for you. Don't doubt yourself and trust your instinct in choosing the best possible decision. And we have skills. Investing in your skills is a great way to generate money. You can provide services using your expertise to build a stable income. Security. You are financially secure and abundant. Continue to grow to maintain stability in your career and finances. Multiple streams of income are recommended. And stand alone. There is an opportunity to do things on your own. You have done projects that have led to becoming financially independent, and freedom is yours. Yes, my loves? Okay, I hope this helps. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages. And I thank them for assisting me in delivering these messages to you. If you want more information, if you want to get a deeper dive into what's for you from this collective reading and what's not, I am available for private readings. You can find all that information at the link in my bio, in the description bar, all that good stuff. I also teach tarot on my Patreon. At the top of the year, I'm going to start implementing like a free subscription level where I just like upload journaling prompts and maybe even some for the new and full moons to help us with our like yearly manifestations. Right? Spiritual development. That's my John. Right, my loves? But all right, that's all I have. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I love you all. I will talk to you later, and have a happy holiday season if I don't see you again. All right, I holla.